Xbox is the best box.
What is good, everybody? It is your girl Nia, the video game her, and we are going live again for Team Red Talks Nintendo tonight. But before we go ahead and dive into these topics, let's go ahead and introduce the panel. So, Miss Kuuppon, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to the panel, let them know where they can find you and all that good stuff.
Yo, I am Kuuppon Stives, the struggling gamer. Nah, the struggle is real right now, but you know, like I said, we got our PC up, so more games coming through, more streams and all that good stuff. And you can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, Kuuppon, for just about everything, unless for Facebook, Kuuppon Stives, and for YouTube, Kuuppon Stives, Twitch and Twitter, Kuuppon.
Awesome. Alright, Alex, why don't you go ahead and let the people know who you are and where they can find you.
What's going on, people? Active Sin here. We're back for another week of Team Red Talks Nintendo. You can find me on YouTube, Active Sin, on Twitter, Active Sin Gaming, and of course you can find us on our Discord server, Team Red Gaming. Let's go.
Nice. Of course, you already know who it is. It's your girl Nia, TheVideoGamHer. You can find me on Twitter at TheVideoGamHer, as well as YouTube at TheVideoGamHer, as well as Twitch at Nia Loves Ninty. I think I'm actually gonna change it so that it's the same across the board. But anywho, so let's go ahead and talk about what we've been gaming on, fam. Alex, what you been gaming on?
It's been a busy week. I plowed through 3 games this week. Finished Recore. Finished Devil May Cry DMC, and what was the third game I played? Oh yeah, Cinemora EX. Yeah. So that was all good games. Yeah, so I had a lot of fun. I'm gonna go back into Record, do some more of the side mission stuff.
Awesome. Kuuppon, what you been playing?
I've been stuck on this fucking.
They're saying turn up your audio.
Turn up my audio?
Or he's saying turn up the audio.
And also, you're not on your camera. You can't see your face. But
we're in Discord, so
yeah,
it's not gonna capture my webcam and Discord at the same time. Discord on the thing.
Witchcraft.
Okay. So yeah, I've been playing mostly freaking Stardew Valley and Dead Cells a lot. Like, those are my 2 addictions right now. And just kind of waiting for some other games to come around the corner, because you know, when you're struggling, you gotta pick and choose what you can play and what you pick up. can't go balls deep into gaming, you know, world. So I do want to pick up Mario, so hopefully I can save up a little bit and pick up Mario when it comes around, and Zero when it comes around. And then later on down the road, I'll probably pick up some other games once they go on sale.
Awesome. So I really haven't been well, y'all know deal with me. I've been sick. So
Golf Story.
Golf Story. I beat Steamworld Dig 2. But I'm not sick anymore, so I've been able to play PC games again. So I've been playing Raiders of the Broken Planet, and I've been playing Dauntless, of course, because now that I can play PC games again, I'm going back to what I know. So that's pretty much what I've been gaming, man. So let's go ahead and get to these topics, though, real quick. I sound far away. They said I sound far away.
Garuda also says you need to turn up your audio.
Let me see what I can do about my audio.
I cannot find your channel, Alex. That sucks.
I'm not streaming.
Oh, okay.
I'm recording it to upload it later.
Gotcha.
Hold on, y'all. Let me try to fix this audio real quick. But I guess let me go ahead and set up the first topic in the meantime, while I'm trying to get my speakers up to snuff. So the first order of news, we're just kind of gonna go over some news things real quick. Is Nintendo Switch has system update. So for the system update, here are a couple of things that are new. So the Nintendo Switch now allows for video recording. It allows for 30-second gameplay for The Legend of the Breath of the Wild. Super Mario Odyssey, I think, is gonna also take advantage of that.
Yep.
ARMS, Splatoon 2. I don't remember what other games, but so far those are games that are going to be taking advantage of the support. Right now it's not across the board, but they did announce that they're going to be increasing the time increment, and they're going to make across the board in a future update. But just for now, these are the games that do allow for that update. It also features new profile icons from Super Mario Odyssey and The Legends of the Breath of the Wild, so you can now use Breath of the Wild characters as well as Mario Odyssey characters as your avatar. Now you can transfer your user profile and save that to another system. We still don't have cloud saves, but
oh no,
you know, whatever, it is what it is. You know, it's like whatever, you gotta take what you get with Nintendo sometimes. And also there is a pre-purchase option So for the games that are coming out in the future, you will be able to pre-purchase them and preload them onto your system so that whenever the game comes out, that's just one hurdle you do not have to cross. So that's pretty good. And also some secret updates that were in this new update is that you can now use wireless USB headsets on the Switch.
Yay.
And you can also use what is that thing called? The GameCube controller
Trash.
adapter thing.
Trash. Nobody
So
cares.
that's the thing that some people are excited about. Let's go ahead and talk about this. Tell me how you guys feel about the update. And what's some things that you guys would like to see in future updates?
Well, first of all, I would love in the future update for them to get rid of that compatibility for the GameCube controller. But I like what they're doing so far. Baby steps, I guess. Stuff that obviously should have been there from jump, but I mean, you take what you could get. It's just the same stuff we always talk about the stuff that we want. Mostly UI stuff and the usual, Hulu, Facebook, all that good stuff. Just being able to be if they could update just to let us get online, that could solve a lot of the issues because you could just download some of those. I mean, you could just go to those websites or whatever.
Yeah.
That way, and it'll alleviate some of the issues until they're ready to put those features on. Like I said, I would love it if I could just have more personalization on my UI.
Yeah.
It's just so boring. You got white and you got black. That's it.
Yeah, it's hella boring. Like, they really do need to update that.
Yeah, and then like the eShop, we're happy to the music.
Yeah, man.
Stuff like that. Just the general stuff that we all been talking about.
Yeah.
I know it sounds like hella like
Petty.
like minuscule, but it's like something about the music on the eShop makes you want to buy games.
It was so lively in the Wii U eShop. I gotta give credit.
Yeah, like the eShop music on the Wii U was lively, and then the Wii Shop music was fire.
Yeah,
like,
the Wii one was
about
great.
music just makes you want to spend money. Kind of like how when you hear music in like a grocery store or like a mall or something, it's like, yo, this is lit, and you just spending money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like that. Like, it makes you feel a little bit more amped. But like when you go to the eShop, it's so silent and lonely, and you just want to leave.
Yeah.
Like,
you go in, you buy your game, and you leave. You don't want to sit around and look at stuff and read up on things. Because like, what I used to do on the Wii U eShop is I would go in, you hear the music, they have the little rotating thing while you wait for it to load. Then you go in and you pick up your game, and the next thing you know, you're looking around, you're kind of seeing what's up, and the music got you pumped, and you're just like, okay, well, let me read up on some of these other games and see. You're just kind of in there.
Like you kind of like into
spend money, but you're just there. In this one, you just go in, get what you gotta get, and bounce. You ain't trying to stick around. So,
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just so quiet.
They need to fix it. They need to get into the. They need to get to the freaking get some music up in there so people will stick around for a little while. But
that's what I'm saying.
Because
sometimes
it's small.
And somebody was like, it was fire. It was elevator music. Like, it was. Elevator music can be fire. It can be very soothing and calming, or it can be like, okay, this is catchy.
It's like, I'll give you an example. You guys have, did you guys ever have Zellers? Or I guess you guys call it Target.
Target, yeah.
Okay, well, over here, they don't play music in that store.
Oh
when we had it. But then you go to Walmart, you go to somewhere else, and there's music. It's a different experience. It makes the overall experience better.
Yeah.
Because you just walk into
just
a
a
store
small
with
thing.
music,
You don't
and
even
you're
notice
just
it.
like...
It makes it feel barren and empty.
Yes, like it gives it some atmosphere. There's something going on in the background.
That's kind of funny because Target here actually does have music.
Yeah,
so that's kind of odd. But like, yeah, I've gone to a store where it's just like nothing in there. You're kind of browsing around. You're just like, I don't want to be here right now. You go into another store. You're not really trying to be in there, but you hear music. You just kind of listen to the music while you browse around. And you kind of forgot why you're in there, but the music.
Yeah, it's true.
And as far as the update goes for me, like, it's a good update. There's a lot of good stuff came out of this, which is probably why it's called version 4, not like 3.6 or something.
Yeah.
The video capture, really cool, very seamless. It's 30 seconds for now, but they are going to improve that once more third parties get involved and once they have more games using the feature. I've already seen a lot of people posting Zelda stuff on Twitter.
People been posting mad Zelda
It's been pretty cool, pretty funny. I've seen a lot of people do hilarious things with the Yiga clan.
Like what?
Because you know those people that you talk to and then they're secretly Yiga clan members?
Yeah.
Like, I saw one where a guy took one of those metal boxes and had it floating in the air, and then after he said no, a guy turned into a Yiga, it fell right on him.
Oh my god.
Just funny stuff like that. But yeah, like, it's the feature I've been wanting. The video capture is really cool. I'm still waiting for the streaming directly from the Switch. That's going to be cool eventually. I'm hoping they're going to add that. They don't let you upload these videos directly to YouTube, which is kind of strange. It's only Twitter and I forgot what the other one. Oh, is it Facebook? Twitter and Facebook, which is kind of whatever. I think they'll probably add YouTube later, but I like the new profile icons.
know.
I'm using the T-Rex with a mustache. She's the best.
Yeah, I changed mine to Urbosa.
Yeah.
Mine too.
The transferring user profiles, I got really excited about this, and then I realized it's to another Switch and not from internal memory to SD card, so that kind of...
that's the most annoying thing
that
ever,
is
bro.
very
That
annoying.
sucks. Hopefully
I
that's coming
still
later, because like...
I still can't save my Zelda gameplay. I'm mad.
Yeah, that's a huge problem. If you had bought the game before you got an SD card, you can't change your save file over, so that's annoying. Hopefully they fix that later. The pre-purchase thing is really cool. I love that. They have it on the other consoles. You can like buy the game early and have it downloaded so you can play right away. That's awesome.
Good. I was waiting for that too.
Stuff like that is really exciting. And then they had some secret updates, like the wireless USB headphones. Some of them work, some of them don't, which is probably why it's a secret update and they're not talking about it, because they probably haven't got it working on all the headsets yet. And apparently the GameCube adapter works.
Why?
People are saying
it probably has something to do with the fact they updated the USB functionality, so a lot more things are unlocked now.
It could be.
The USB port, so I think it's probably just kind of like a subsequent, thing.
It's just a bug product.
We can't get rid of this fucking controller.
But like,
people out here playing Zelda with this freaking controller.
There's people playing Zelda with the GameCube controller now, which is, I don't know why you'd want to gift yourself like that, but whatever. A lot of people are excited out here that they believe this means Smash is coming, as if Smash was not coming to the Switch at some point.
I know. I mean, Smash is coming. Like, what's wrong with you?
Gotta save it for next year.
Overall, it's been a good update. I'm pretty happy. It's not just a stability update, which is what we're used to. So this is actually adding real features.
That's probably why nobody's really tripping. Like, even though the updates are super small, people are just like, "Oh, it's not stability."
Well, they're actually doing stuff, so it's cool. But again, like, increase the recording time would be nice. Just fix the save file thing, add the video recording, and the eShop music would be nice. And of course, change your backgrounds.
Yes, and the themes is a big one.
Themes is nice. Like the 3DS themes is really cool.
That's what they need to do.
I love the panoramic themes on the 3DS.
Yeah.
Like, that stuff's probably all in the works, but I'm assuming they have a separate team just for updates.
Yeah.
So it's cool. I'm happy that does good stuff.
Congrats to them. They did a good job this time around.
Awesome. So awesome update across the board. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to NPD. So a lot of people in the chat are saying that the SNES Classic actually won NPDs, but I mean, like, whatever. It's the NES Classic, SNES Classic. We're talking about like actual consoles, like not the SNES Classic. It's a great console, but we're talking about like the console that is out for Nintendo's new generation. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a quick NPD.
It still says here Switch is top-selling current-gen hardware in the United States. I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, everybody's like, oh no, it's the SNES Classic who was the winner of the NPD. Like, okay, guys, we get it. Okay, NPD will be issuing data from the September 2017 report later today. However, Nintendo has already come out with some information to highlight its strong performance. In September, Switch was the top-selling current-gen hardware in the United States. It's the third month in a row for the console and the fifth time overall in the 7 months since launch. Sales for Switch are now at over 2 million units in the United States alone. A number of Switch games occupy multiple spots in the list of best-selling individual games of the month. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle was at number 7. Zelda Breath of the Wild was at number 10. Dang, Zelda's still up there.
In there. Yeah.
And Mario Kart 8 Deluxe at number 11. That one too. Metroid Samus Returns with the DS was also number 8 in its month. Nintendo also noted in today's announcement that when combined with the 3DS family of systems and the Super NES Classic Edition system, Nintendo systems claim 2/3 of the month's total video game hardware sales. So basically, Nintendo Switch did really well. SNES Classic did very well. Nintendo's games are doing very well.
Yeah, they say here between 3DS, Switch, and SNES Classic, they took 2/3 of the entire market that month.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
That's awesome.
Crazy. But I want to talk about something real quick. I noticed how I see that it says here in the United States that the Switch has only sold over over 2 million. That's kind of crazy. I feel like it would be more than that.
That does seem low.
It sounds like a low number because when you think about the
Xbox One and the PS4 sold 1 million within the first week.
Yeah. So like 2 million in the United States between now and September and March. That sounds kind of low. It probably has something to do with the fact that they were they were having the stock issues, stuff like that. But do you think that maybe as a result of this, maybe people are really not as hot on the Switch as people made it seem? Like, what y'all think?
No, I think that they are. It's just been the stock issues. Because only recently can you actually just walk into a store now and buy them. And they are consistently winning every time they're in stock.
Yeah, that's true.
So, like, people gotta remember, like, those first 7 months, they were competing with Apple for the iPhone parts, and now that Apple has their iPhone on the market, they don't have to worry about that anymore. So like you're gonna see the selling, probably winning NPD for the rest of the year. We'll see.
We'll see, man. We'll see.
I wouldn't like Xbox isn't gonna do anything. Let's be real. PlayStation has some really good bundles. They might win November because they got the Star Wars bundle and they have some other big bundle. But like Mario's got the Odyssey bundle, and it's the first holiday season for this Switch, so that's gonna be a real hot item.
Yeah. We'll see, man. I'm glad that the Switch is doing well and that Nintendo's doing well overall. Because I mean, when they're doing well, then that means that we get more stuff. So hey, it is what it is. All right. So moving on to more newsy things, Shin Megami Tensei 5 got a revealed teaser trailer. I can't really say it's a reveal. We knew it was coming.
It was a teaser,
yeah, we knew it was coming already. They got a teaser trailer yesterday, and I don't know what's going on.
My God, that thing is confusing as heck.
All I saw was a lot of people getting eaten by demons.
I got people getting eaten by demons, blood, and roses for no reason, and that's it. Like, what?
I think the rose petals are supposed to represent blood.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like to me.
And then, like, Subway.
It was weird. I would play it, but I know Atlas be tripping sometimes.
Yeah, I don't play the
gameplay, so I will not be showing that to you guys. So if you're interested in Shin Megami Tensei teaser trailer, you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. Yeah, there is major salt over SMT, which I don't understand because the last couple of SMT games have been exclusive to Nintendo, so I really don't.
Yeah, it wasn't like the fourth one.
Oh, what? They thought that was
Nintendo
multiplayer
exclusively, which is
Well, it's going to. I think for the fact that it's a Switch exclusive, that is just showing that they're no longer putting it on 3DS since they're phasing out the 3DS.
Oh, is it? I thought it was Sony people that were mad.
I don't know if they are. I'm pretty sure 3DS people are mad too because they're so used to having it on 3DS. It's no longer
3DS
there.
people should be buying a Switch. Calm down.
Yeah, that's how I feel. True, but I mean, you know how they are. They want to hold on to. You know.
I remember when Nintendo had their press conference in January, one of the games that they showed was Shin Megami Tensei, so I kind of figured it was going to be exclusive because why would they show it at the thing if it was going to be exclusive to some?
I like to throw a caveat out there. If Sony fanboys is mad, you have Persona. What
they have Persona, like you have
Persona's a highly rated game too, so what's the problem?
That's what I'm saying. So what is your problem? You have your Persona. This is our true Persona that Persona was freaking modeled off of. So it's a spinoff. Shin Megami Tensei is the true Persona, and Persona was a spinoff of this. So you have your game. Shut up.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Anyway, so moving on from that, I remember when they announced it at the January event, it was already kind of like known, so I don't know really why people are like making it seem like a big deal. Maybe because it's like confirmed. I don't know. Anyway, I am looking forward to it. I actually was gonna get Shin Megami Tensei 4 on the 3DS, but then at that point I was kind of done with the 3DS. So I'm kind of happy to be able to kind of pick up where I did not allow myself to go on the Switch. So yeah, man, it's gonna be dope. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. So the Doom developers over at Panic Button say that it's been wicked hard getting ports on the Switch, and they also wish that gamers didn't focus on tech specs over fun. So the article is from Nintendo Everything, and it goes on to say Panic Button is leading the way on some big third-party ports for Switch. The studio was assigned with the task of putting Rocket League on the platform and is also working on with Bethesda on the Doom port, which the Rocket League port has been reported to be going really well, by the way. Apparently it's going to be a really good port. Moving on. Speaking with Games Radar, Panic Button's Adam Creighton said that for Doom, the scalable technology made the port more straightforward than maybe it could have been. However, it was also wicked hard. He says, and this is from the person who works at Panic Button, he says, "It's been hard, wicked hard, but I would expect it to be. This is a title that is so frenetic and action-packed and gameplay pure that getting it to work correctly on the hardware is really important to us. And we spend a lot of time trying to make sure it measures up from the lens of does it feel like Doom." And then the article goes on to say, elsewhere in the interview, Creighton expressed some disappointment that gamers tend to focus on technical aspects of a title rather than how fun it is. As Creighton noted, and this is a quote from him, "As a gamer, I like the hardware a lot. As a developer," he said it 3 times, "as a developer, I'm grateful to be bringing some games people don't expect to the hardware. When they're announced, people say, what? And then, oh, that makes total sense. This might sound defensive, but I'm bummed some gamers focus on frame rate or resolution and don't focus on, is it fun? Or does gameplay feel good? I know we're working hard to bring quality games to the hardware for which we develop to make them enjoyable on the TV, to make them enjoyable on the go. I'm proud of my team. We're working hard. We're not cutting corners, and we're not leaving anything on the table." So we're going to talk about this round table style. Alex, go ahead and get your take on it first.
damage control. Like, what else is it? Like, they couldn't get the game to run at 60 FPS, and they're mad that people are upset with that. And he wants to make the excuse of you should just be happy that it's there and it's fun.
Yeah.
Like, Doom was praised for its graphics, its frenetic action, and its frame rate. Those are the biggest compliments for Doom. The Switch doesn't have that. It has the worst graphics. It has the worst frame rate. I'm sure it still plays good. I'm not saying it's going to play terrible, but it's half the frame rate of the other versions. Of course, people are going to notice that, and of course, they're going to comment about that. I don't know what this dude's talking about.
Yeah, I feel where he's coming from though, because like he's trying to make this game work in like on like a portable form.
Yeah, like I know what he's saying. Like it's a game that you wouldn't even expect to reach the Switch, so like you should just be happy it's even there. But like, come on, man. Like you can't be surprised that people are looking at the resolution and frame rate, being like, oh, what's up with this?
Yeah.
Like,
I feel you. Okay. All right, Kuuppon, how you feel about this, Chica?
I just got back. What's going on?
We're talking about Doom. How the developers are talking about how that they feel like it's a little disappointing how instead of people focusing on how Doom is going to be on the Switch and how fun it's going to be on the Switch, people are focusing more on the specs and the
that's the little Xbox crowd kind of shining a light on all these sex stuff right now, because the big talk of the town is specs. I really wish people would actually pay more attention to the whole fact that, hey, we have Doom on Switch, obviously it's capable of running it, so spec wise it's on par. It's on par. That spec wise is on par. It can run Doom, so I mean not on par as that, but it's on par as far as long as it can run Doom, so it's a playable game. It can run Doom. I'm not saying it's on par with 4K and all that stuff. Not that. No, it's on par as far as it's up to date. It can run Doom. Let's enjoy that. Do you really care about specs? If you're really worried about specs, you are on the wrong console. I'm just saying, you're really on the wrong console. You're not gonna get. You're not gonna get no Xbox Power type specs, 4K, any of that shit, PC, all that. It's out the window. Yeah. If you want some quality games, that's where then you come to Nintendo and get some quality games. So I don't know why people are talking about specs on a Switch. You're not gonna get anything crazy because it's a freaking handheld. Yes, it's a handheld.
It's a handheld. It's a handheld.
Just throw that out there.
The handheld.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. I can understand their concerns. Yeah, it really should be a spotlight turning about specs and stuff. Like that shouldn't be the case. But,
and that's kind of how I feel about it too, because like a lot of people are like, oh well, yeah, sure, Doom is on the Switch, but it's a blah blah blah. It's like, look, what I feel about Doom is this: Doom on the Switch is not made to be the only version of Doom that we have. It's made to be, if you already have it on the PlayStation 4, the Xbox, or the PC, you already have one that plays optimally. Doom on the Switch is just an option for you to be able to play it on go.
Yeah.
Because
that's pretty much it. And for the Nintendo fans who aren't gonna play it elsewhere, they can play it on the Switch. And then I also feel that people who already played Doom are not gonna double dip just for a Switch version, unless they truly want to like the game. They really respect the game and they want to support the game and they have a Switch and want to play on the go. They'll get it on the Switch. Otherwise, it's not for you. It's for a certain demographic, obviously, and those people are gonna support it.
Yeah, I honestly feel that there's actually a lot of people who are actually excited about Doom on Go.
I think so too.
Because every time you see, like, when you look and see, like, Bethesda, anytime they post anything about Doom, like, it's people like, dang, like a lot of people who are, like, PC guys, like, man, I get to play this on the go? Like, that's crazy. I love this game.
That's the only appeal of the game.
Yeah, to play it on the go.
Yeah.
Because, like, my boyfriend, he's double dipping on Doom, he's double dipping on Wolfenstein, and he's like, of course I'm going to get on PC. That's the, that's the optimal version.
That's the better version.
Yeah, but he's looking forward to playing it on his Switch as well. When he's playing bed and he's chilling or getting ready to go to sleep. Like,
I'll get Doom on the Switch eventually, but not full price. No way.
Yeah, but I think that what he's saying does have some validity to it. I don't think it's straight up damage control. Of course, he's gonna defend it because he made it. But I do think there is some merit to what he's saying because they are trying their best to make it the very best version of the game.
I'll just put this out here. Mario Odyssey is an open world game. It's 60 FPS in dock mode or handheld mode. This game is a year old. It's not the best looking game in the world, and the Switch version is not great looking. And it's 30. Like, they're not the main devs. They're like side devs. They're a port team.
Yeah, they're a port team.
That's what it is. Like, they couldn't get the job done. So that's why, to me, it's damage control.
Yeah, I feel you coming from.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and move on to some. It might be interesting to some. It's not really interesting to me, but I feel like to talk about it because a lot of people actually do like Animal Crossing. So tonight, actually, there's going to be an Animal Crossing Direct that's specifically for the mobile game. It's going to be taking place at 8 p.m. Pacific time and 11 p.m. Eastern time. That's 10 p.m. Central Time if you live in Central time zone. I don't really care about this because I never cared about Animal Crossing. But
I'm gonna watch it just to see what's going on and watch everybody rage quit because they thought it was gonna be some big spectacular announcement.
A lot of people are still thinking that it's gonna be a Switch Animal Crossing event. They tell you specifically.
They're pretty clear. There will be no updates on any other topics, including other mobile Nintendo Switch or 3DS software. Apparently, this thing's like 15 minutes long too.
Yeah, they're just talking about the mobile.
That's what I'm saying. What big announcement you expect to make? I'm just gonna watch it for the sheer
It's definitely just gonna be about the mobile app. Like,
yeah, it's the mobile app. I don't know what the people thought. I don't know what else.
Like, I don't think they could have been more clear about this.
They're perfectly clear.
I was looking on Twitter and people are hyping it up. I'm like, it's not a normal direct, it's a mobile one.
I thought it was an actual Animal Crossing direct at first, then I looked at it again, like, oh, it's just mobile.
I was like, oh, it's mobile, I don't care.
This is not for me. That's for their other crowd, which is totally fine.
I don't care. I mean, it's like it's not
sure
for,
it'll be
it's
fun.
not for me.
Like, Animal Crossing is kind of
for
what the
people
game
who are into that.
Yeah.
I mean, if I got into Animal Crossing probably early on before it had went to 3DS maybe, but since it went to 3DS, I just don't care. And even if it does come back to Switch,
Animal Crossing seems like one of those games that will transition really well to cell phones.
It would.
Definitely.
And Muhammad, I know that they teased Fire Emblem during Fire Emblem Heroes Direct, but they didn't say that was going to be specifically
this one, they specifically tell you, don't worry about anything else.
And I think the reason why they did that is because
they know how the fans are.
Yeah.
It's like ever since that last Direct, people have been asking for Animal Crossing, and they tell you straight up.
They tell you straight up.
Like, let's be real, it probably is being made, but we're probably not going to see anything about it till 2018, though.
Yeah, probably not. I think that's something they're going to save.
Yeah, because that's going to be one of their 2018 bangers or whatever.
Take it past what it is. They're telling you what to do.
I think a lot of people are going to be very addicted to this game, and Nintendo's going to make a lot of microtransaction money off this game.
Look at Fire Emblem Heroes, like that game is still going.
And I'm gonna predict that this game is a free game, and it's just microtransactions. I don't think they're ever going to do that $10 thing again like they did with Mario.
They learned this, and you could already tell that right now with freaking Fire Emblem Heroes.
Because Fire Emblem Heroes makes them a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because like that's what we talked about before. Like that's why I was so confused when that Mario game was $10. Because like cell phone people don't buy games like that.
Games.
Yeah, they pay like they buy games for free, or they pay like $1 or $2, and then they just buy microtransactions. That's how they're used to buy games.
Anything past $5, they're not doing it.
Exactly.
They'll spend the $5 in game, but as far as purchasing the game, no.
They won't do it. They won't do it.
It's a cell phone. Like.
That's awesome. They learned that
quick on the go, whatever they're trying to do.
I'm sure this game will be like you have a house and then you just decorate your house and then you just buy microtransactions for like beds.
To decorate your house.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a very, very simple game like that.
Very simple game.
Yeah. Has anybody here played Animal Crossing? No. I've never played an Animal Crossing.
I told you no.
You know, it'd be cool. Like a lot of phones have NFC readers. If they can actually get the amiibos to work with cell phones, that'd be interesting.
Right. Yeah, they probably
could because like, it's the same technology. They're both NFC.
Stop giving them ideas. We don't need extra.
Well, it's just another way to use your existing amiibo. What's the problem?
I don't care what microtransaction you start to do on the cell phone side. Just don't bring it to the console side. That's all I'm saying.
We got enough of that on AAA.
On the cell phone side, they can be as greedy as they want to on the cell phone side.
Don't worry, guys. Nintendo will be on that too.
Yeah, because I think the whole idea is to milk people on the cell phone side to generate revenue to make games for the console gamers.
That's fine. Milk the hell out of them.
That's working.
Milk the hell out of them so you can make more games for us.
Cell phone guys are the worst, bro. I swear.
Hey, they're the bane of gaming existence. That's why we got this bullshit. But hey, whatever.
That's hilarious. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to the news topic. Ultra Sun and Moon will be the last 3 years.
Yes!
Success!
I knew y'all were gonna be
glorious!
So I'm gonna read this. This is from PCMag.com. It says, on Nintendo 17th, Nintendo will release Pokemon Ultra Sun and Pokemon Ultra Moon for the 3DS handheld. Developer Game Freak has now confirmed that they will be the last new core Pokemon games released for the 3DS. Meaning, the future of Pokemon is going to be fully focused on the Switch hybrid console. Yes! In total, there are 8 core Pokemon games for the 3DS. In 2013, we got Pokemon X and Y. Then in 2014, we got Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. 2016 saw the release of Pokemon Sun and Moon. Then the next month, we got Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Those last 2 games feature an alternate storyline set in the Sun and Moon world. As to why there will be no more Pokemon on 3DS beyond the age of the system, it's come down to Game Freak pushing the 3DS to its limits. Speaking with IGN, Game Freak director Shigeru Omori explained that the development team thought Pokemon X and Y had stretched the 3DS as far as it could go, but they were wrong. Pokemon Sun and Moon underwent a complete redesign and managed to push the system yet further. The fact that Ultra Sun and Moon are a new story in the existing world suggests the limit really was reached with Sun and Moon. But Omori insists that they did push the system to its absolute limits this time. Any further games on the system would ultimately end up being graphical tweaks and no further evolution, simply because the system can't handle anything more.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna read the whole thing here.
Well, that's not.
But that's pretty much the gist.
Probably not entirely true though, because if they made it just for the new 3DS, I'm sure they could go further. But whatever.
Right.
I don't want them making it on.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
They're saying that for the 3DS.
Yeah, the standard 3DS.
To understand that there's no more limits. We're moving on to the Switch, but for us,
I think like the Pokemon on the Switch is gonna be a big.
It's gonna be a big.
It's gonna be a big.
Huge
a lot of
upgrade.
Pokemon fans are really gonna jump on that.
Yeah.
That's bringing Pokemon, the 3DS Pokemon fans.
I'm telling you guys that
Those
one
3DS Pokemon fans, they come in what they want.
That one
They
game
don't
is
have
gonna
no
sell
choice.
like 10 million Switches.
They don't have no choice. Once that comes over to Switch, it's over.
It's over. They have to now.
It's over.
And you know, there's so many people who want to play Pokemon on their TV.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm one
So
of
there
them.
you go. And all those closet Pokemon fans that swear they
Coming
don't
back.
need no fan, they coming back. They getting Switches right now. They getting Switches right now. They're like, yes, after her.
Best time to buy Switches now, because come holiday
now.
season, it's gonna be real tough.
Tough.
So Alex, as our resident Pokemon fan, how do you feel about this?
I couldn't be happier. I was so mad when Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon was announced for only 3DS, but it's okay. It's fine. They got the younger devs, the newer dev team, so they got the inexperienced guys, whereas the creators and like the ones that have been making Pokemon for years, they're making the Switch version. So when I saw that, I was very happy.
Nice.
And yeah, this is definitely going to be a huge upgrade for 3DS because that game looks terrible, and this one will look amazing because it's on the Switch and you can plug it to your TV, play it as much as you want, and take it around with you, play as much as you want. It's going to be incredible.
Yeah, this is going to be game changer. But before we move on to the next topic, I want to go ahead and give a couple of shout outs to the chat. So we got 30 people watching us right now. So shout outs to all 30 of y'all. I see the homie Jerry Titan up in here. I see Muhammad Alavi in here. Shout out to Danny Centfield up in here. Quake SRK, the homie Nell. Shout out to Nell. He had Mario Kart with us the other day. Forgive is up in here. Tony Kaname Kyoran is here. Neo Star up in here. So shout outs to y'all, man. Shout outs to y'all. Make sure y'all get those likes up. Get that get on the recommended list on somebody's page, man. So that helps the podcast a lot. So shout out to all 30 of y'all, man. Give this thing a like and a share. So now let's go ahead and move on to our next news topic. So the title of this article says Lawbreakers creator considers a Nintendo Switch port. And this coming from twinfinite.net. So I'm gonna go ahead and read this article. It goes on as follows. Could Lawbreakers ever appear on Nintendo Switch? That very question was asked of creator Cliff Bleszinski, and his answer leaves the door of opportunity slightly ajar. In an interview with GameSpot, the fan creators of Gears of War praised Nintendo's newest console and considered what a port of his latest action shooter would look like on the handheld, hinting at a potentially unique experiences compared to the PC and PS4 counterparts. Now, this is a quote straight from Cliffy B. If we were to do the Switch, would it be sorry, he's asking this in the form of a question. If we were to do the Switch, would it be like a Rocket Arena 1v1 with nearby people or something like that? I don't know, Bleszinski said. But if we were to do it, we'd want to switch the game up in a fun and interesting way that would make itself work with the portability aspect of the console. So not an outright confirmation, but at least it's something he and studio boss he have at least put some thought into, even if it's in passing. The studio has also considered a port to the Xbox One, to which Bleszinski explains
You can't come home. You can't come home, Cliffy. which he explained would take priority over a Nintendo console version if it were to come to fruition. So for those of you guys out there running with this is not saying that he wants to bring it to the Switch. This was just kind of him saying this and passing about how he thinks the Switch is an interesting console and how he was thinking about how he could probably put it on the Switch if it were a thing that he were considering. So Kuuppon, tell me how you feel about this.
But the buttons. But the
buttons.
But wasn't there some talk about some buttons before?
The buttons.
Buttons. We magically have enough buttons now.
We have buttons.
The buttons are here. You see these buttons? These buttons weren't here before, but now
he's humble now because his game is like
he's
10
eating the
people
buttons
playing
now.
on that motherfucker.
That is why you should humble yourself, because they made a shot at Xbox and they made a shot at Nintendo, and look at their game now.
Yeah, you made a freaking shot at. You need to be humble when you put these games out here. You never know if they're gonna make or break it, and your shit went broke real quick. 10 concurrent users. Are you shitting
10 concurrent users earlier this month.
And you want to bring those 10 people into like, and it was funny because I saw on Twitter somebody had posted about how lawbreakers, like somebody was streaming lawbreakers and fell asleep because they couldn't find a freaking match.
That's crazy.
And I was like, is he one of the 10 people in there? Did he not get the news? Like,
he didn't get the memo.
He didn't get the memo.
He didn't.
Dang, Alex, tell me how you feel about this, man.
How times have changed.
Wow. Wow.
How things have gone upside down for this man. How cocky and arrogant was this man before this game launched, talking shit to Xbox guys that made him famous with Gears of War, talking shit to Nintendo fans. Oh, you don't want our game on your console because it doesn't have enough buttons. But now, look what happens. Your game comes out, it bombs, the worst flop of the year, and now
bigger than Battleborn.
It's worse than Battleborn. That's how bad it is out here. And now tone has changed. Xbox guys, I want to make it for the Xbox. Nintendo guys, oh, I would totally make a custom version for the Switch. Get out of here, bro. Like, nobody wants your game. Nobody. And the real sad reality of this is, it would do well on the Switch, because the Switch is the only device on the market without Overwatch, the game that's killing your game.
You did it before your game came out.
But no, it's over for you, my friend.
And they probably even would have had a chance on the Xbox, because they like shooters over there. They would have had a chance.
All they had to do
they don't want
themselves,
don't want his game. Nobody wants that game.
Nobody wants it now.
And the worst, I heard the game's not even a bad game. I heard it's a good game.
It's not bad. It
but like,
bad at
you
all.
got killed by Overwatch, and then you shunned all the other fan bases, and the console that doesn't have Overwatch, you said doesn't have enough buttons to play the game. Or not him. Somebody on his team said that. But still, like, it's crazy. Like,
the PR behind
the PR on this game is one of the worst we've seen in years.
Oh yeah.
Openly burning bridges out of arrogance.
Now look at you. And then he says, and then in an interview, he's talking about how he's gonna humble himself.
No, he got humbled hard. He got humbled as hard as Xbox in 2013. Bang bang.
Like,
no,
he got bitch slapped with that humble.
Yeah, life came at him hard.
That humble pie came out of left field. He
thought he was gonna come out of here, bring his little multiplayer only game, and sell it off his name alone.
He thought
he
really thought that.
Gonna be like, oh, the dude who made Gears.
Oh, Gears of War guy is making a game, but it's not for Xbox. I better go buy a PlayStation and buy his game.
Like you would think, you would have thought he would have went straight for Xbox guys.
For real, like honestly, he probably would have done better. That's where his base was. If he had made the game for Xbox, I'm sure would have done a lot better. He got greedy. He saw the PlayStation has double the install base, so he said, "Fuck my fans, I'm gonna go to PlayStation and try to get money."
And people were not having it.
And look what happened.
They weren't having it. And then what really sucks is that he had to actually pay people to play the game and show it on their channels. I watched so many channels of people having paid advertising.
And like, I would feel bad for him if he wasn't such a dick about it.
If he wasn't such a dick about it.
Yeah.
Like, they said it was a good game, but a lot of them after the fact were just like, I just don't see myself playing it, because guess what? They were Overwatch fans.
Exactly. Because it's too similar to Overwatch.
It was similar, but they said it wasn't nothing bad about it. A lot of pro Overwatch players were getting tired of Overwatch for a little while and played that game. They were like, it's actually really good, but then they just couldn't stick with it. They were just like,
They'll move on eventually.
They moved on and went back to Overwatch.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is what it is. It's a tough time to break into games right now, especially if you're doing online multiplayer games.
Cannot
There's so much competition.
Like, he should have known from Titanfall 2, what happened to Titanfall 2. You got destroyed by 2 other games, and he had the same problem.
Yeah, you can't come out here acting like a dick. First of all, you shouldn't have ignored your main crowd, fan base that you had, and then you talking shit about everybody. Like, it was destined to fail. It was just destined to fail, and it sucks because it was a decent game. It just, your attitude didn't help.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
eat that humble pie.
Stay humble. Like, it is what it is. It'll probably be free to play sooner or later.
Sit down. Be humble. Sit down.
All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next news topic. So apparently Payday 2 is still coming this way, y'all.
Who cares?
I forgot. I totally
You know
forgot.
what? You know, the thing is, Bethesda stole
their thunder.
Yeah, they stole
their thunder. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys what's been going on with Payday 2. So Payday 2 is still coming to the Switch. According to the developers of Payday 2, they said that it's going to be coming in winter this year. And they also showed some new gameplay, some off-screen gameplay, just kind of showing the functionality that they added with the touchscreen and all the other things that the Nintendo Switch is capable of doing. There's a little quote here that says Payday 2 is about to hit the Nintendo Switch. So Almir is here to tell you a bit about Payday 2 Switch and show you some gameplay footage from the ongoing project. Payday 2 Switch is releasing this winter. So that's some news for you guys. If you guys care about Payday 2 on the Switch, then it's still coming this year. But I really think that Doom and
Doom and Wolfenstein especially have killed this game. Like, it's their own fault. Because, like, we saw this at the launch of the Switch and we never heard a word of it until now.
Yeah.
Why didn't they talk about this before? Like,
maybe they didn't think anybody else was gonna come through.
But at the same time, you sat up there and I don't know, new game as opposed. I mean, and a really good old game.
I think it's too little, too late. Like, I don't think anybody cares about this other than Sean Long. He's the only person I've seen who wants this game.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I feel bad because I think these guys are actually trying, doing a good job. It's just
I think so too.
But like, I don't know if the fan base is there for them, because like Doom's a better game. Wolfenstein 2 is gonna be a better game. Like, they're both first-person shooters. Like, I don't know, man. Does this game have a chance in hell? I bet you. I bet you it launches in November, the same week as Doom.
If it does, I
bet you it does, because all these third-party games are coming around the same week or 2 weeks in November. They want to come after Mario and before Xenoblade. They're all trying to get in that gap.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Ooh, that's gonna be bad.
It's gonna
be bad. Like,
it's gonna look good.
It don't look good. Look at this man's smile. Look at the hope in his eye.
A twinkle in his eyes.
No, he looks like a proud papa. Look at him.
If it doesn't do well, don't blame it on us because you decided.
Who's the publisher for this game?
Who? I don't
know. I don't know.
Software. It says Overkill Software.
No, Overkill Software is the devs. I don't know.
That's the devs.
I don't think that's the. Yeah, that's devs. I don't know who the publishers are.
I don't know who the publisher is.
Unless Nintendo's publishing it.
They would talk about it more then.
Yeah, they probably would have.
Publisher of Payday 2.
Oh, probably 505. Yeah, Digital's probably right. It's probably 505 who's the publishers of Payday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, here it is. Published by 505 Games. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see. I'll move on because I'm gonna feel really bad because there's a lot of devs out here that has never made a game for the Nintendo before, and
they're trying.
They don't really know what that hard fail feels like yet.
Oh man.
So I hope they make some kind of money back, but I don't think I will feel too bad because Payday 2 has been supported on PC for a very long time now. They've made more than they money back.
I'm sure.
So I really wouldn't. I'm not gonna feel bad for the studio. It's not like they're gonna go out of business or anything, but as far as the Switch version, it's questionable. It's looking real questionable.
Oh, yeah.
Man. It's got a lot of competition.
It does.
All right. So the main discussion that we're going to be talking about tonight is going to be about how a year ago we got our official first look at the Nintendo Switch. We had known about the Nintendo Switch. When was the first time a Wad had mentioned it? It was like in 2014.
I think it was 15.
I think it was
2015.
I think it was at the end of 14, beginning of 15, possibly somewhere along that cusp.
Yes. So, like, we had known about this thing for a minute, and we were hella restless. And then Nintendo posted that weird picture of Mario peeking behind a curtain.
That was the best. I love that.
That was the weirdest picture ever. So they were like, okay, well, we're going to be having something on the NX in so many days or whatever. So we were all excited. And then this trailer first came out, and everybody was either excited or they felt exposed. That was around the time when some people thought that the NX was supposed to be like this BC console, and then some people were like, oh, I actually believe that it's going to be a higher console. So we finally got our first look at Nintendo Switch. So basically, we're going to be taking this time out right now to kind of talk about the feelings that we had when we first saw the trailer, and if we feel like those promises were met. So let's start with Alex. Alex, go ahead, talk about the first time you saw the Switch at reveal and kind of how you feeling about the Switch now.
Oh, I still remember how I felt. It's still how I feel about the Switch. I was excited because you see the possibilities of the Switch immediately. That commercial was perfect in every way. The music was great, what they were showing was great, the demographic they were showing was great, the games they were showing were great, and in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, good. They merged our handheld division, they merged their home console division. This is a device that's gonna get all the games, and we've been seeing that. Like this, as far as I'm concerned, the Switch does what it was supposed to do, what it's been promised to do. Takes your full AAA Nintendo experience on the go, and then we're getting like third-party stuff too, and you can have your home experience, or you can take it around with you if you want to like walk your dog or go on the airplane or whatever, which I have done twice now. I've taken my Switch on the plane 2 times, actually 4 times there and back, but like it's awesome. I love it. And that commercial like did a really good job setting the tone, and all their advertising since then has been great. They really haven't missed the mark as far as their advertising goes. Their software lineup like has been consistent. It's just been really good so far.
Yeah, I really do. I remember that, man. When the reveal first came out. When I first saw it, that's when I was substitute teaching. So it came out. It was like super hype, but I couldn't watch because I was at work. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just pull out your phone when you watching kids. Like you get fired. You probably go to jail too.
Yeah. Probably.
So I couldn't wait to go home and watch this thing. So I remember when I went home and I watched the trailer, and I just remember being filled with questions, because you know, like there were so many rumors around that time about what the NX was supposed to be and what the NX was supposed to do. And then everybody was talking about this whole, you know, hybrid thing, and I was like, I don't know if that's what they're gonna do, but then again, it sounds like something Nintendo would do. So it's like I just wanted to know like how exactly it was gonna work, considering that, you know, they also have their handheld division with the 3DS and all that stuff. But I do remember seeing it and liking what I saw. I do remember liking the music. That song was stuck in my head for about a couple weeks. Yeah, that song was so hype. I liked it so much. I actually looked up the actual band who made the song.
Yeah.
So it's
and
a good
then
song.
We got an amazing meme at Karen from that thing.
Got an amazing meme. Oh, Karen was the best.
Karen was the greatest thing to ever happen to the Switch.
I'm watching her right now.
This is dope, man. And I think one of the things that I really liked the most is the way they were marketing it. I think it was from that point on, we started to kind of see that Nintendo had flipped the way they marketed their devices, and it's just been kind of going up from there. You know, I liked that they were trying to target a specific demographic. They knew exactly who they were marketing to. They knew exactly what the device was, which was the most important part of the trailer. They knew exactly what it was supposed to do, what it was supposed to accomplish.
They made it very clear.
They made it very clear. So I did love that. I remember watching it also with my boyfriend. He was not happy. We watched it together on stream, and he wasn't happy. He actually wanted a like legit beefed up console. He didn't want a portable hybrid. He was hoping that it wasn't gonna be a portable hybrid.
I like the hybrid idea.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm talking too much.
If we learn anything from the Wii U, it's like they can't do a dedicated console anymore.
The funny thing is, well, I never told y'all this. I kind of was hoping for not a hybrid myself.
Oh, really?
But after seeing it, I instantly was happy. Like after I saw, because I was like, okay, I want, you know, Nintendo just get it. Not I wasn't worried about superpower or anything. I was just like, can just get back to what you do best, is making good games, making, you know, something usable and something for the, you know, for the fans and all that stuff. And I was just not thinking hybrid, even though everybody was constantly talking hybrid and stuff. And I was thinking, if it's hybrid, it'll be similar to the Wii U, possibly. I don't want that. If it's the actual console, then they get the hell away from the Wii U and the look of it, the name. Obviously, they said they weren't going to do that. So I was kind of like on the fence, but I was mostly toward the whole non-hybrid thing. So I watched the video. So I just watched the video, and I was just like, as soon as it opens up, the video opens up, you see what the console is.
Yeah.
And it did, and I didn't even need them to go past the point. I was like, oh, this is simple. I know what it is. He pulled it out of the little, you know, thing, and he started going on the go. I was like, okay, I can dig it.
He's saying Zelda like walking his dog.
He was just sitting there. He was just sitting there, hands up.
Incorrectly sitting on a bench.
Yeah, whatever. He was sitting up there playing a game, and he pulled it out of the dock. He goes on, you know, goes to walk his dog, and then it just transitions from there. And as I was watching the video, I was just like, I don't see no kids.
I don't see no kids, right?
No kids. That whole thing was like in my head. I'm like, where are the kids at?
They on the 3DS where they belong.
I was just smiling the whole time. I was just like, I'm waiting for one kid. If I see a kid, I swear to God, didn't see a kid the whole game. It was a lot of like young adults and kind of older people and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, cool, hip people, hip young adults, whatever. You know, and they had the esports stuff that popped up toward the end. I was like, cool, they're trying to get into the esports. That's good. Then they also had Karen, obviously, so that was funny. I thought it was cute. It was and stuff like that. And then they were just showing all these different games that we were gonna have. And then they revealed Skyrim, and then they revealed NBA, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Then dudes were playing a little Mario Kart after going go-karting and all that stuff, and I was just like, okay, I get what this is. I'm on board with it. It looks like it's user-friendly. It looks like it's also developer-friendly. Hopefully we get more games. With the NBA, when I saw the NBA portion of it, I was just like, okay, so we're definitely gonna get third party, because normally you wouldn't see that.
Yeah.
So
I thought that was another interesting thing too, is how they actually advertise third-party games this week.
Yeah.
In a reveal.
In a reveal, because I saw Skyrim.
Yeah, we saw
and NBA,
Skyrim,
and
FIFA, NBA.
and FIFA and NBA, and I was like, huh. So there's some third parties already on board. Cool. Who else is gonna join? And so from then until now, it's like it's been a trip, and I have seen no kids still. Well, there's a few kids, but not as many as you would see in a Wii U era. Like,
not like a dumb commercial where the kids sit you down like, Dad, this is why we need a Wii U.
Terrible.
Oh, that's terrible, cringeworthy. But yeah, it was exciting, and I've been excited ever since. You have your ups and downs with any kind of console, any kind of game, any kind of company, all that stuff. But for the most part, I've been excited.
Okay, so one thing that I did kind of want to address too, is like, and I heard a couple other people talking about this as well, is how every game from that reveal trailer is either out or it's coming out.
Right.
Yep.
I think that based on that alone, that Nintendo delivered. They delivered a product that does exactly what they said it was going to do, even from the first look trailer. They also delivered the games, so people already kind of knew what to expect, and we've gotten them. And they have
the only game we're missing is Mario.
Yeah, and that one's coming out this week.
Every single one of those games are out already, so we're just missing Mario. So they delivered.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. So
they should.
Man, I don't know. I just think it's really interesting how Nintendo gave us this first look. Okay, this is what it is, and they're still delivering on that a year later. Like, to me, that's a good sign. With the Wii U, they didn't really know what the device was gonna be, and it was just.
Remember that diagram they had where they showed all the little third parties, the stuff that was popping up, all the third party games and all the stuff that was going to show up, all those games. And part of me, like, when I saw that diagram, I was like, I don't know if we're going to get all this. We've been getting most of those. We've been getting more than those. And I'm just like, wow. You know, you get skeptical because you're still weary from previous heartache. So you were skeptical. So I was just sitting there kind of skeptical. I was holding on to that skepticism. Because I was optimistically, skeptic. Optimistic skeptic. I'm just like,
because it's like, it's a good idea, but is Nintendo gonna deliver? Because I was gonna deliver. Wii U. Like, are they gonna deliver?
Because if you let yourself go just that little bit, sure enough, you slap in the face, reality strikes, and just like, crap, I knew I shouldn't have did. So now how it is now, and it's like reality hasn't slapped me yet. Like, you're still in fantasy world. And I'm like, cool, keep it going, keep the dream going. Don't wake me up. I don't want to get off yet.
Yes, so I was watching the trailer before the podcast, and it was a nice little nostalgic trip, man. Like, just watching this trailer again and just remember the feeling that I had when I heard that song, and when I saw all the things they were doing with the Switch, just how awesome, just the whole thing, how well put together it was.
Nintendo being Nintendo again. It was refreshing to see Nintendo back on their feet, because I was tired of them getting kicked out. It's like everybody just walk past them, oh, you're hurt, and kick them again. Here you go. And it's just like, dude, stop, spit on them and stuff. So they finally got off their, off the ground, picked themselves up, got themselves dusted off. Now they whooping ass. And
not only that, but coming off the cusp of so many rumors, and just wondering when the heck Nintendo was going to talk about this thing, because they didn't talk about it at E3. And it's just like, oh, they're finally talking about this.
It was so frustrating, because when you heard about it, you were so confused and so worried, and just like, Nintendo, stop being silent about everything. But finally,
we were so done with Nintendo at that point, and then they finally were like, oh yeah, we're gonna talk about this thing in a couple of days. We're like, oh shoot, it's really happening.
It's like, okay, what is this thing? It was a good time. It was a good time.
But even better is the reception it's been getting.
Like, the reception was crazy.
It's almost universally loved. Like,
it was trending. It was like #1 trending at one point.
For a while.
Like that. The first trailer has so many views. People. Like,
it has 33,394,599 views.
That's crazy. So many people are interested in this.
And then I was recently watching some videos of a lot of people apologizing about how they thought the Switch would fail and all this stuff. There's a lot of videos out there.
There's a lot of videos like that.
And the thing about it is that they weren't snide about it. They're very humble. They were like, you know what? I'm glad that Nintendo's doing good, and I'm glad I was wrong. But yeah, I have to apologize, because I thought this thing was just not going to be what it is, and I'm enjoying. They have one, and they're showing that they have it, and they're just like, yeah, I'm humble. Nintendo's back, and I'm okay with it. And I was like, cool.
As they should be. Like, why would they think it fail anyways? They always succeed in handhelds.
I could see why, because of the Wii U. It really, 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 really just put people, like, a lot of people just left. People were just lost souls. So I can see why they still hung on to that. Like, I don't have my soul for Nintendo anymore, so it failed. But they finally got it back. This is reviving souls, not all, but a lot. So
there's still people out here who are clowns.
Yeah, still lost their freaking souls, but whatever.
Man, we got some people who lost their souls, but they ain't coming back.
They ain't coming back.
All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and roll into some questions. We got a pretty good bit of questions right now. The first question I'm gonna ask is gonna be from the homie Muhammad Alavi. He said,
Something about Xbox.
"How do you think?" No, it's actually a good question. He said, "How do you think Nintendo feels its 2018 release schedule? Will we continue to see at least one new exclusive or Wii U port each month?" So I guess it's like saying one game or one port a month, like how they did it pretty much for the first year for the Switch.
Yeah, I don't see why they can't keep that pace up.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I don't know. I feel like I need to know. I need to know more.
Well, we already know Yoshi. We already know Kirby. We already know what the hell was it? Pokemon, Fire Emblem, possibly Metroid. That's what, 6?
Right. Smash.
Yeah.
Smash probably.
You think we're gonna get a Smash port?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're either gonna get a Smash.
There's no way they're gonna wait 5 years to give Smash.
But I don't think they're gonna wait that long to make a whole new Smash.
Yeah.
They're gonna give us more content.
They're gonna do the port.
Yeah, they're gonna do a port and give us more content from it, and they better give us more content because.
I'm like, maybe they'll add in all the 3DS content. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
You know what? That's what they need to do. That they need to combine the Wii U version and the 3DS version and put that version on the Switch.
Cool.
That would be dope. Like, just get everything in one.
Ports too.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I hope that Nintendo does a January Direct like they normally do to kind of give us a landscape of what's kind of going to be going on, because that is a great question of what their 2018 is going to look like.
I'm not worried.
I'm not worried, but I'm gonna say this because of that trash ass FE Waifu Warriors. I want Hyrule Warriors. I want Hyrule Warriors brought over.
Hyrule Warriors was
I'll
pretty
take a Mario
successful
Bros.
for them too. So.
Yeah, it was. I want that brought over, or I'll take a Mario Wars at this point because that's madness.
Man, I just want real Fire Emblem at this point.
Yeah, it's coming.
I'm done with it.
I'm done. I'll take
I'm done with it.
Yeah, well, it's
I have no
anyways,
words for it.
Yeah.
So we have another video from Based Video. Shout out to the homie Based Video.
He out dropping stuff.
He said Mario Metacritic score versus Zelda Metacritic score, over or under?
Under.
You think Mario's gonna be under Zelda?
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be.
Zelda's like 97 or 98,
wow.
something crazy like that.
97, I think, because remember Jim Sterling bumped
it
down to 97.
Fucking fat fuck. But it'll be less. It'll probably be 95, 96.
I don't know, man. It's already getting a couple perfects.
I mean, it's in a contender. It's a contender.
It's definitely a contender. So, I think that Mario.
I think Mario might take it only because Zelda's fairly niche compared to Mario. But it's weird.
Say it's neat, but Mario appeals to a broader audience of people.
Yeah.
We'll see. It's gonna score really well regardless.
It's gonna do well regardless.
I feel like Zelda will always be the highest game because of how different it was and how it launched the console. There's a whole bunch of firsts with Zelda, so like it gets kind of.
Definitely.
But at the same time, what Zelda Breath of the Wild did for Zelda, Mario is also kind of doing for Mario Odyssey. Like, they're also breaking a lot of conventions for Mario Odyssey.
I don't know. I'm gonna kind of play the wait and see game. I want to see, but either way, both of them.
Tony thinks to get 98. Really? We'll see.
I'm gonna play it safe and say that Mario's gonna get 95, 96.
Yeah, that's 95, 96. Not like that's terrible.
No, it's not terrible. I'm just saying, like, I kind of agree with you, Alex, but like Mario is like, it just has such a.
Yeah, I'm the Mario guy. I like Mario more than I like Zelda. I'm just saying Zelda, because of the game that it was and how it launched a whole new system, I think it did get maybe more than what. And
then the fact that Zelda is kind of. It's kind of competing with more modern open world games, and it's kind of like the rave right now.
Yeah.
So
we'll see what Jim gives it, because apparently he's the guy who fucking ruined scores. So we'll see.
Oh my gosh!
He did not even have to do that.
I know that was so unnecessary.
Yeah.
He gets these mood swings, and he just wants to ruin everything.
He did that.
Booty bitch,
that with freaking Hellblade, and then we can't say it.
Oh my god!
He stands for bless of the street.
What a scumbag, man. Who?
Alright, so let's Trillions just subscribe to he just
what's up?
Cool.
So I'll say shout out to him for blessing the stream right now. Alright, so bless. Alright, so let's move on to our next question. Nell asks, what will drop first? Pokemon for Switch or the next iteration of the Switch? Pokemon, I say is coming first.
Yeah, Pokemon.
Because the Pokemon is coming next year. I don't think we're getting a new Switch next year.
I don't think so.
Yeah. I think we'll see a new Switch probably about
with the 3DS recycle mode. That's every 2 years.
Yeah. I think that we're probably gonna get a new Switch in probably like 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. 2 years in, I think.
Either 2 or 3 for me. So 2019 or 2020, one of the two.
All right, let's see what other questions I have here. Do you think this is from Tony Konami Curon? Do you think the Super NES Classic is outselling the NES Classic? Yeah. Because it had more stock.
Because of stock alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had more stock. And the very last question that I have is a funny question. from Unforgiven. So who's planning their disappearance from work to play Odyssey this week?
Wait, what?
He said, who's planning their disappearance from work to play Odyssey?
Oh my, probably Nia.
Nah, I can't do that, man.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
Probably Alex.
I can't even say when Xenoblade comes out, because Xenoblade comes
Probably
with
do
the
it for
winter break.
Xenoblade. Alex will probably do it for Odyssey. Who knows?
Well, luckily for me, Xenoblade is coming out and we're about to get off winter break, so I'm gonna be able to just go hard by it regardless.
Oh, damn.
Woo, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that. All right, you guys. I don't really see any other like real questions. Like, not saying that some of those questions aren't valid, but
That's
you know,
exactly
some
what
of
she
them are not. Some of them are not discussion pieces, which is what we usually look for when we're asking questions.
This one's pretty good.
So what's the question?
When do you think Nintendo will release a virtual console, or will Nintendo do something else, or will they do nothing at all?
You know what I think they're gonna do? I think that they're gonna milk the virtual console for all they have and pair it with that online.
I think they're gonna do virtual console Netflix.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna use virtual console as a carrot to dangle to make you pay for online.
To make you pay for
Yeah,
online.
I think
so too.
that's what they're
Definitely.
gonna use to keep you paying in monthly for that online system.
Yep,
They're
it's
gonna,
virtual
I think they're
console.
gonna tie it to the virtual console. You have to have this and get
In order to
virtual
play
console
this.
games.
Yep.
Maybe. We'll see.
We'll see.
Hey, shout out to Mario Kart Gamer 123 for best of the stream. Y'all coming through today.
Bless.
All right, y'all. So that's pretty much the end of our topic for tonight. Alex, Kuuppon, do you guys have anything to add or something that we may have missed before we get up out of here?
Nope.
I don't think so.
So shout out to the 33 people in here right now. We got up to like 35 people. So shout out
Actually,
to y'all.
30. Oh, 30.
Shout out to y'all. Well, it's between Twitch and YouTube.
Oh, yeah,
I got 33 people in here.
That's what's up.
So we got up to about 35 people watching today. So make sure you guys continue to like the podcast and give this a share so we can get our SEO up. That means that the more you like this, the more this podcast goes to people's recommended list on their feed, and the more people we can get in here to come and chat it up with us, ask questions, just hang out with us on Tuesdays. But I do appreciate each and every one of you guys every week. We had a lot of good topics tonight. So we're gonna go ahead and do our outros. We're gonna start with Alex. Go ahead and give your outro. Let the people know where they can find you.
What's going on, everyone? It's another week of Team Red Talks Nintendo. I hope you all had some fun talking about Nintendo and all the cool stuff going on. You can find me on YouTube. It's Active Sin. That's one word. Or you can find me on Twitter, Active Sin Gaming. That's all one word as well. Make sure to join our Discord group. It's called Team Red Gaming. It's in my chat. No, it's in my description of videos. I think it's in Nia's.
Yeah, it should be in mine.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
Donna.
join that. It's always a good time in there as well. We do Mario Kart Mondays every Monday, so if you like playing Mario Kart on the Switch, tune in for that. Join us. Races. We have prizes. We have a prize every week, so that's always a lot of fun as well.
Yeah. All right, Kuuppon, give your outro. Let people know where they can find you.
You can find me over at the Struggle channel at Kuuppon Stives at YouTube. You can find me at Kuuppon Stives on Facebook and at Kuuppon on Twitter and also Kuuppon on Twitch. So I stream very sporadically. I double stream to Twitch and to Twitter and Twitch and freaking YouTube. My God, Twitch, Twitter, the same freaking thing. But I do double streaming, so I mean just go check me out and whatnot. And you can hit me up at those two places. So, yeah, boy.
Hey, y'all already know who it is. It's your girl, Nia, TheVideoGamHer. You can find me on Twitter at TheVideoGamHer, as well as YouTube at TheVideoGamHer. You can also find me on Twitch at Nia Loves Ninty if Twitch is your jam. Yeah, man. Thanks again for coming out. Make sure you come check us out again next Tuesday, and we'll see you later. Peace.
See ya.
Just to come in all late.
I know, right?